At a diner with my wife. The glass tipped. A splash. Ice water ran down my shirt, soaking me in an instant. "Sorry, sir," the waiter said, his voice trembling too much for such a small mistake. He pressed a bundle of napkins into my hand. I peeled one free. A note slipped out, folded tight. "Get away from your wife. Now." My pulse slowed instead of racing. That's how I knew this was serious. I looked at her across the table, my wife, calmly buttering bread as if nothing in the world could touch us. I excused myself with a polite smile. "I'll settle the bill up front." The waiter was already waiting near the register, eyes darting. His lips parted, ready to explain. I didn't let him. Something in me refused. If I heard the words here, in public, I might lose control. Instead, I walked past him, past the exit, past the night air that felt suddenly poisoned, straight to the police station. The officer behind the desk read the note twice, then looked at me. "Who gave you this?" "The waiter." "And your wife? Still at the diner?" "Yes." I spoke the word without inflection. I wasn't sure if I was answering or admitting. The officer called another unit. They asked me questions. Her name, her history, our marriage. Each question carved deeper into the suspicion already burrowing into me. Why would a stranger warn me against her? I remembered her phone, always face down on the nightstand. The sudden late-night showers. The messages she claimed were from coworkers. The way her laughter seemed rehearsed. Tiny fractures I had ignored, now illuminated. The officer leaned closer. "Sir, you may want to prepare yourself. Sometimes these things aren't what we expect." I nodded, but inside, a tide turned. I wasn't shocked, not really. A part of me had been waiting for this. I left the station with more than suspicion. I left with their quiet encouragement to observe, to gather. So I became a ghost in my own life. I checked our bank records, small withdrawals in cash, frequent, regular. I scanned her phone when she showered, locked, of course. I cloned the number with the help of a private investigator the police quietly recommended. And then the messages came to me, in real time. "When will he be gone? I can't keep pretending at dinners." "Soon. Just keep calm. He suspects nothing." The words hollowed me. Not anger, not even grief, just the weight of inevitability. DNA testing was next. I told her I needed routine blood work, insisted we both do it. She laughed, said I was paranoid about health. She agreed anyway. When the results came back, the truth sharpened into something colder than I expected. Our son, my son, was not mine. I said nothing. I smiled at breakfast. I kissed her cheek at night. I played the role she expected while my insides calcified into strategy. She thought she was ahead. She had no idea the ground beneath her had already been pulled away. The night I chose was deliberate, quiet, controlled. I placed the envelope on the table after dinner. She reached for it casually, assuming it was another bill. When she opened it, her fingers froze. Inside, DNA reports, phone records, screenshots. Her face drained. "Where did you—" I didn't answer. I just looked at her, steady. She stammered, excuses spilling like broken glass. "It's not what you think. He means nothing. You're my husband. I tilted my head slightly, as if studying an insect. The silence pressed harder than shouting ever could. Tears came, desperation, a hand reaching across the table. I didn't move. Her performance collapsed under its own weight. I slid another envelope toward her, this one from my lawyer. Divorce papers, property transfers already in motion, custody arrangements stripped bare by the truth of paternity. Her breath hitched when she realized, You already? Yes. Just one word. Enough. I had spoken to her lover, too. He didn't know I knew. But he would, soon enough. His wife would know as well. I had arranged it neatly,
with copies of the same evidence arriving at their home tonight. My wife, ex-wife in waiting, was cornered not by rage, but by precision. She whispered, "Please, we can fix this. I'll end it. I leaned back, eyes empty. It already ended. You just didn't notice. Her face crumpled, the realization cutting deeper than any violence could. She wasn't losing me. She was losing control. I left her there, papers still trembling in her hands. Outside, the night air was cleaner, not because the world had changed, but because I had. I thought about the waiter, the folded napkin. A stranger had seen what I refused to. Sometimes the truth needs a hand to force it into light. I felt no pity, no rage, only clarity. Betrayal had hollowed me out. Strategy had rebuilt me. I didn't win her back. I didn't want to. I won myself back. And as the diner's neon sign flickered behind me, I realized the truth. Some people drown in betrayal. Others learn to breathe underwater.